What is happening, everybody? It is May 21st, 2025. This is BAMA, Babylonian, and Masonic ciphers, which are reality codes. Attached to your DNA, attached to the simulation, attached into everything that you believe to be true about the reality that you personally live in and the reality that we live in together as a civilization. I think what I've been shown as I've just started this BAMA week 1, because we're going to be going 8 weeks. This is the first week, and it is changing everything across the world the same way my team and what you'd consider the ascended collective and the ancients that activated in order to pull us out of this crap have been witnessing since 2019 how much we changed the world. You really don't notice it until you get into large groups and you start doing it together, because you can't fathom how it's changing other parts of the world, other industries that you think that you're not connected to, but you end up finding out what you're connected to whenever you undo these ciphers. When you work in groups, you're understanding your abilities and you're doing it together. You can't do anything down here alone. And I have to get off on this rant right now, because this 33 energy, it's what it is. I'm in it right now. I am in it. I'm on a grid in Vegas. Basically might as well be in Vegas. Had to move on top of this casino grid in order to even pull this off right underneath Pyramid Lake in Nevada. And here's what I know about 33 and 44. It's all about money. It's all off the valuation of energy. Siphoned energy, siphoned collective energy from a city, siphoned collective energy from your sorority or fraternity, from the industry that you say you're in, from the mortgage group that you put yourself in when you bonded with mortgage at the end of days, because it is what it is. Every single one of them is a net. Finicello. And here's what the ascended community, and we're just and the ones who literally were here hidden in order to activate all of this and turn it all back on. And then you had groups of woke people that just jumped on and thought that they could get all the benefits without doing the work. And meantime, you've got entire ascended collectives that have burned through, literally to stay alive. We had to clean everything down here. And I mean everything. The national deficit, the ground, the energy, the core of the earth, all the space that was around it that you think is so far away, but it's not. We really don't have anything else to give to this community without, in this realm, without getting paid for it. You've got, most of us are still what? Paying mortgage, paying leases, paying credit card bills, paying for insurance that you don't need, which, by the way, the more health insurance you have, the more sick you're going to get. And that's including your dogs. We've seen it. It's not the system that it used to be. It's all set up in 44 codes. We're going to prove it to you. We're going to start changing it now. But the thing is, the whole world seems to think that all of this information is free, that it takes no time for us to do it, that the past 8 years of our lives and everything that we've had to sacrifice and give up, and then I mean everything. I don't have a home right now. My child isn't even with me because I've been over here breaking this open. The entire community and the world has to see what had to be sacrificed in order to do it, because it's what you've got to do, or you've got to start supporting us, that's pulling the power from what you'd consider the architecture that you want to get out of. But you got to send us some energy. We have done everything we can, and I basically hid under a rock for 2 years in death energy because I didn't have a timeline to connect because we walked these 0 points for everybody. I was fine to do it for 2 years. We've made this brand as cheap as possible so everyone can do it because we know how powerful you are, and we basically give it out for free. We ain't charging per person. $4.44 right now. You go to cohue32.com and you'll get a list of all these colors. And I don't care if you think that I'm over here trying to drum up money, because it's not what it is. If you're paying energy into the insurance, you're paying energy into the mortgage, you're paying all your credit cards, but then you say that you don't have enough money to spend $30 to freaking activate yourself, they've got you, and there's nothing we can do. Trump signed all of those checks so he'd have his name on every single one of those checks that came in that everyone deposited. If you have gotten any free government money, if you are on Medicare or Medicaid, if you are on social services, if you're getting food stamps, which, by the way, all of us had to pull out of 2018 because we weren't allowed to support the system while the system was supporting all of you. You need to send us at least $4.44 so we can start cleaning your money so that you can get your power back. Because if the government is paying for you to live, the government's paying for you to live. And and all the energy that you've got is going to the government because it's how it works. I'm not making this shit up. Those of us who were 0 point that were traveling through this, we couldn't have a mortgage. We couldn't have rent. You know why? We were paying into a system that shouldn't even be running anymore. 2020, all housing should have been free down here, according to our logs. All housing should have been free. You want to live on that timeline, or do you want to live on the timeline that it's still going to cost you $3,000, $4,000, $5,000 to live somewhere for them to suck you dry? We're past the point. We're dropping these 33 codes, and I can tell you right now, the commands have already gone out this morning. There isn't going to be a 33 realm unless these beings that know what they took for us freaking come back and balance it out. It's cosmic. It has to be balanced. It's not like we can bring in the 33 and not bring in the 44. It has to be in line. It's completely lined up right now, and the 33 finance grids are collapsing unless the beings that took the $50,000 cash from me over 2020 to line this up, to put the whole world in the fucking predicament they're in right now, starts making moves to clean it up, because that's what this brand is. We were here to clean it up even for the underworld. We're here to clean it up because your whole world down here is the goddamn underworld. And we can prove that that's how it's being run. But it's being run from a 33 phonetic on a lower frequency field in a giant bubble that, as per today at midnight on the 22nd, tomorrow, whenever this plane hits 0 point, is going to lose all cosmic connection to every single being that's unplugged inside the 33 bubble. That's already in line. That's rolling. Are the leaders that are running this, that fucking knew what they were doing this whole time, gonna make now and balance it out? I don't know. As soon as they have a thought that they're gonna do it, then our plans change. And we don't even have to know. That's how progressed this is right now. And that's where we're at. So take a screenshot. I don't even know how many's on here. The way I have this set up, it's going to be going live on YouTube. $4.44 gets you a list of all the colors and everything you're seeing on here. So for the next 8 weeks, you can keep that $4.44 when you send it in should make you over $4,000 by the end of this session. That's how you have to think about it, because we bloom money over here. Why the hell do you think they had us trapped in your system? We can't make energy out of something else. We can't help you make money until you send us a little bit of money to connect into the data that's all about making money with your energy in this dimension. It's not hard. We're basically having to use the same way they did. They valued our energy that way. That's what it became about at the end of days. It was not about love. It was not about family. It was not about anything down here but what? Money. And then you wanted a whole bunch of it, and then you wanted to sit on it because then you wanted to give it to your family. Well, that's no longer even in the codes. Like, you should know. You need to turn around and clean your money. And by the way, every single corporation down here, you're going to have to clean your money if you're going to bring it into the new dimension. You can't build a bridge in the middle of it, keep two parallels running, and then siphon it from one side to the other, and the people not get nothing, because that's what's happening now. So here it is. Take a screenshot. This is the 33-dimensional phonetics. It's basic numerology. But if you've looked at it since I've been talking, you can see that there's a current to it. In the basic 33, A is 1, B is 2, C is 3, D is 4, E is 5, F is 6, G is 7, H is 8, and if you notice, then it goes into the middle like a connector right here with I. Same thing with R. I is a 9, R is a 9. Next, in 2 weeks, and I might even have to do this one before the 44, I don't know, I keep feeling that. I'm going to go through and tell you each one of these numbers by physics. We got to start somewhere. It goes to 9 right here. Well, A through H, any words that start from A through H, this is the highest phonetic. If you have a name that starts with a K, you really ought to think about changing it to a C. But realize that you need to change it to a C. This is the highest phonetic. This is going to be the middle phonetic row, which most of everything's running off of. This is your lowest. This is the highest frequency. Then it goes down to 9. And what does it do? It goes like this. Now the J is a hook. The K is a backward splitter. The L is a backwards angle. The M basically turns on its side because this is M22. So when you get over here, the M is actually holding this dimension and this dimension. That's why it's money. That's why it's, I got all kinds. MOU, mountain, money, a whole bunch of words. Whatever word starts with an M, everything running down here. Notice where the P is. P, Paul, Pope, Patriarch, What's Q? Q, right there. It's running in a middle phonetics. QAnon ain't nothing but all of our consciousness running and somebody picking it up and then saying that it's theirs and printing it. It's like sitting on top of a mountain with earphones on, listening. That's it. That's all Q is. Q's picking that information up from a whole bunch of beings that are working down here in a telepathic in order to create it. QAnon is not a person. There's a big group of people down here that are QAnon, and you're coming into QAnon. But then you really got to get up, then you got to get to the H gate, because you're all coming from Z. So when you get right here to I, and this is why it's not Jesus, it's Yahshua. It's not Jesus, it's Yahshua. Whenever you call him Jesus, basically, that's what this is. It's why everything in the Bible starts with a J. It's a hook. It's why you've got MJ12. It's why they've got freaking books that call magic MAJ. Like, it's J. It's a hook. J is a hook. K is a splitter. L is an angle. M is going to kind of put it all together. And if you notice, it ends up flipping down here. This is why you have the Milky Way. Milky Way. M-W. And this is why you had a W, was what we had a W president. This is why. His name was just W, wasn't it? Remember? We were all saying W. Well, it's really a double U. That's why. That's why we call it double U. It's double U because the M is holding the double. So it goes J, K, L, M. Notice how it's going backwards from up here. But notice how it's the same down here. J, K, L, M, N. Why? Because N's going to change it. So if we were going A, B, C, D, E, F, G, you get to the H gate. You know what the H gate is? Oh my gosh, it's the worst. When you're at 0 point, I lived 2 years in the H gate. The H gate's the hardest part. A lot of y'all are in the H gate. The H gate is basically all gases. Your energy is basically of a gas. It's the same thing as a hospital. That's why it's a H. It's a hospital. All the gases going into anesthesia, having your consciousness taken to another consciousness where all the consciousnesses are basically merged into like a big freaking cloud, which is probably even the cloud that they think is holding our data. It's basically all data from the human race, no people, and it's a fucking mind trap. It's a mimic thing from hell. It is the hardest part that us as the Ascended came through is this H gate right here. And it's only because of Q and Z. The rest of us shouldn't have to go through this. But is anesthesia on the ropes right now? You better bet your ass. We're getting to the point where there won't be any anesthesia. You're going to have to pay for some of us to come in there and sit in that operating room to hold open the consciousness so that you can operate on them. That's where we're getting to the point of. This is where everybody needs to understand how intrinsic this is inside your system. Q, R. Now, R is going to be a motor. I is an ignition. R is a motor. So whenever I go A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, it ignites. And what happens? It starts going backwards. Did I flip this? This is correct, right? Y'all are looking at this. A. Is this backwards? Hold on. No, that's not what I want. I want mirror. Okay, that was even on purpose. This is a hard shot to set up. Okay, so now take a picture. Because really, I mean, I'm doing this for a reason. Take another screenshot. Because remember, technology is mirroring it to you. Technology is only a mirror. That's why I have to mirror the shot in order to get it correct, because it's running it backwards. So your ignition is taking these 8 and then moving it backwards, setting up a loop. This turns into a figure 8. This middle section right here in the Babylonian phonetics that all Masonics is built off of, and every word that anyone speaks, I don't care what language you're speaking. And this even matches up to Japanese calculator, because I had to master the Japanese calculator and master the Japanese numbers in order to break the spell. So J, K, L, M, N, O, P, Q. Whenever you're up here at H, it ignites it. It's going to start going backwards. When you get down here, now it's churning it. Now this R is going to motor. That's why even, can you do that? That's a recessive gene. You need to practice. And Fernando Amarillo. Think of all the languages that you roll your R's, but practice rolling your R's. You have to activate that recessive gene. It's activated in your body. The little thing that hangs down in your throat. This is why all of us in the 70s got tonsillitis, and we had they took all of our tonsils out. That's why they didn't want us to run. They don't, You need to practice getting that little thing in the back of your throat vibrating. It vibrates and it activates your pituitary gland. Then it changes your speech pattern back to your frequency, not the 33. It's going to motor it. But what are we doing? We're going backwards. STUVWXYZ. Now, what's alpha to omega? Z to A. And that's what I just explained to you. So what I'm telling you is that from here to here, there's a connection without going through any of this, and that's what the 44 is. Now, there's a couple of ways that people see this. Some of y'all might see this as tones immediately. You might look at this and see this immediately as music notes. You might already have that in your system. And so it's then, when you're looking at this, let's look at the word, let's think, water. WATER. You see how that moves from here to here, back down to here, up to here to change it. Then it's going to hit the motor. Is there a wave or is it stopped? The R, water, is going to create the wave because of the R. Let's look at my name. Chastia. C, bridge, A, S, T, ignite, A. I'm igniting the alpha, but I'm down here with the ST. This is why the word Christian, CHRISTIAN. Muslim, MUSLIM. See, they don't even get up here. The Muslims just working on these 2 layers right here. These 2. That's why it worked for them for a while in the lower physics. This is why everybody's got to change a little bit about what they're doing. I don't care what religion you are. I don't give a shit. It's all based on this. This is also Fox, FOX, 666. That's in the original 33. It's not like that in the 44. This is what every single financial system, technology system, every word that is put in front of you is any type of corporate word, a sign on a building, something shooting across your screen, any type of advertisements, all of that, it's got this in it. And you're picking it up subliminally. So, how are you responsible with this? Okay, first of all, you're going to have a list of words that you want to go do. Go do them. Sit down and ask your consciousness right now, and let's do it right now. I command, repeat after me, I command for my consciousness and all of my guides and my higher self and my soul family, tell me which words in the 33 I need to scry for me and my personal mission attached in with the rest. Because each one of us are going to have certain groups of words that are all working together. Like, not everyone's going to have the whole set of anything. It's all working in a line. This is why the underworld was just organized. This is why the spiritual in New Age and whatever the hell, everybody wants to be equal. Well, this is why the hell they want you to be equal. So that we can't set up a hierarchy to take it back so you can be. This is a bridge period. The new earth that you're thinking about, the new earth that the whole new age has been preaching, it's fucking here. We've been building it. It's been getting stolen every single time because this is the crap that the rest of the world doesn't know. Everyone needs to get in line right now, and all you have to do is see that someone came before you. And by the way, we're missing parts until you get there. So when you get there, we're equal. Until then, we hold a higher presence so that we can get everybody underneath us until we pop up equal. Every single one of us has different experiences down here. Every single one of us has a different resume. Every single one of us has a different blood type. Every single one of us was cleaning a different family line that was all connected into one. What have you been doing over your lifetime? You can't expect to be sitting and not have created anything, and you haven't created a business, and you haven't created this, and you haven't created that. Nothing against you, but then why do you think in the 44 you're just going to jump in and freaking it's just all going to be given to you? If you haven't realized, that's why the world is so stupid right now, because these gallywaggers that have been doing this whole time have been stealing it, getting it all, and then not even knowing how it worked, walking in, not teaching anybody. It's what fucked up everything. So this might confuse y'all some, but I got to keep going. So if you haven't taken the screen picture, this is going to be up on YouTube, on Princess Chastia. Let's do Bitcoin. Now, I know the 44 so well, and I've been writing it so long and basically took it up to the 55 and had to come back down, that it's really hard for me to do 33 codes and not see any of the 44 patterns anymore. Whenever you look at the word Bitcoin, let me see if I can get this a little closer now so I don't have to. When you do the word Bitcoin, and that's as good as I can get on this. That helps. When you do the word Bitcoin, it's going to be in the 33. It's going to be 292-2695. Now just say it. 292-2695. Say it. 292-2695. Tune to me. 292-2695. Pull to me. Now, whenever I circled that pink, I circled 292 because those are Trinity codes. I think it's slated around week 5. We'll be on those because at that point, the realm is going to be spitting you Trinity codes for you to merge. Okay? So I'm not going to get into teaching that just yet. But what I'm doing is showing you the different patterns, just like gematria, just like you say a word and then you put it in gematria and there's like a gazillion different words that can be made from it. Well, 292-2695, same thing. 292 is a DNA code. 2 plus 9 is 11. 9 plus 2 is 11. So that's a Trinity DNA code, which equals a 4th dimensional code. It takes the 3 to the 4 and then breaks it back down to 1. That's why 292 is 1111 is 4. It's not 1111. It's 4. When you see 1111 from now on, I want you to go 4. Not 1111. That's holding 4 different dimensions open. Like that's leaving 4 different lines open to like charge to, but not equal anything. No, it's 4. It's an anchor. Just little things like that. Your brain is needs to make it smaller. You want to get the code as small as you can because then it's going to line up with you dimensionally easier. What you'll notice with the 33 codes is that most of them end up being 1. All changing in 1 dimension all at once on the first, like not holding any dimensional subsets. So it's why I did the old school codes over here, and I don't know if you can see them. This one's going to be extra hard because I did it in pen, but I did it like this for a reason. See, old school no Trinity codes. Look at those 5s, and it equals 8. That's old school no Trinity codes. That's 33 Masonic, probably through 2000. This is what it would have been the whole time. I'm trying to hover over it. This is really hard. So it breaks down to 8 in the old school with no Trinity codes. 1555. Now let me show you something. Here's the rule. It's really simple. How do you know what to add first? Well, when you have two, what's the difference between 2 and 6? 4. What's the difference between 9 and 5? 4. So in this case, when I do 2, 9, 2, if I'm going to start this all over, because this is 2, this is 9, this is 2, this is 3, this is 6, this is 9, this is 5. So 2 and 9 has 7 away from it. So it's like you'd wait. 3 and 6 is only 3 difference. This is 3 difference. This is 4 difference. So if I'm going to do this in the exact way, then I'd bring down 2, 9, 2, because I don't break those yet, because these are closer together. So this would be 9, and this would be 9 plus 5 is what? 14, right? But it's 95, not 59. What's the big? You just added 95. You got 14. What's the biggest number here? 4. What's the biggest number here? 9. So the 4 goes under the 9. So it's not 14, it's 41. And this is physics. Now if I look at this, it's 9 and 2, that's 7 apart. 9 and 4, that's 5 apart. 4 and 1, that's 3 apart, right? So I'd have to drop it down again. 2, 9, 2, because I can't add those yet if I'm doing it straight way. Now, if I do 9 plus 4, that's 13, but the 9's in front, so it's 31. And then I drop the 1. Now I've got 2 digits. Whenever you have the 2 digits, you always want to add those up first. So then I'd be 2, 9, 2, 3, 2. You see where these Trinity codes come in? Because see, now I'm trying not to do Trinity codes, but there's 3 plus 2, that's only 1 difference. There's 3 plus 2, that's only 1 difference, you know, and I want to go 55 with that, but I'm trying real hard not to use Trinity codes. So if I just do that, then I go 2, 9, let's just do 5, 2. Now what? You've got 95. Here we go with that again. 2, 4, 1, 2. Now we go with 41. What's 4 plus 1? It's in the middle. I got 2's on the side. This is a Trinity code. I'll show you all that in the weeks to come. 4 plus 1 is 5. So then you drop the 2's. You end with a Trinity code on Bitcoin whenever I'm not even trying to use Trinity codes. Bitcoin is a DNA trihelix in the 33. Anunnaki came here to make you gold, right? I mean, come on. 252. 5 plus 2 is 7. 2 plus 5 is 7. 5 plus 2 is 7. That gives me a 77. Here we go. 14 again. 5. All here to change it. Base root to change it. So this is me not using Trinity codes at all. Bitcoin itself is a 44-dimensional Trinity code. That's why Bitcoin can't be here. No one's going to make any money until everyone cleans their energy. This is set up to do it once we get it back in control. We can break the system. Everybody get their etheric money energy the way you want, but you got to disconnect from the other system because it's still utilizing it. You can't pay the same amount of money to 2 different people. You can't serve 2 masters. This is going to be easier and easier the more that we look at it. Right now, I'm just getting y'all. This is a lot of information. So let's show you the ones that I've done. I did America. So 1459931. The whole thing is a Trinity code. Basically, when you've got numbers on the end, how it's 1 on the end and 1 at the beginning, then you collapse all these numbers in the beginning and it'll take you to, that's it. The whole thing. America is a Trinity code. That's why they changed it from Mexico. Now it's the Gulf of America. Well, It's all Babylonian bullshit. Then you get 199931, 12731, 12101, 3301. America linked at the 33 parallel. Yep. For all my people in Australia, it come up. Mel brought it up, and thank you. And for all my people in Australia that are on other date counts during the 8-week BAMA, run it off art. America's breaking it. Everything was set from America. So the date count might be the 21st there, but it's the 20th here. Well, you're going to feel the 20th change of America on the 21st. We're getting everything back into one time. There's no more, you can't split time. It's splitting energy. It is what it is. So it's not time zones to get time ahead. This is the old school way. America equals 70. If I use the Trinity codes, America equals 8. Because America is set to complete it. And everything, this is the melting pot. Everybody sent their people here. This is where the giant tree trunk is that holds what you consider your heart, your earth. And it is your heart. Main thing 33 manipulated, and the main thing that tech was being used for, and all the propaganda was being used for, was to break our hearts, literally. The more upset and emotion that you're in, the more money they make. In the 33, that's why when you're in the 33, you get to the point where people think you don't have any emotion. No, I'm just not going to give it to you in the 33. You want to feel my emotion, meet me in the 44. You'll be blown away. Magic. Basic 33 codes equals 6. Throughout this whole thing, it was 6. It was the unholy 6. Half of 12. Half of the 12 helix. 6. They were trying to make 6 always to control the world in the underworld. They had 6 that were controlling everything. They needed 6 white witches sacrificed in order to keep it. They didn't get it. That's how we took the line. Here's my favorite. Finance. Take a screenshot because I'm having to hold it up. Finance, 6951535. Well, holy smokes. See that 515? See that 535? It's all set up. Finance is set up in the 44th. It's being run from the 44th. It ain't being run from the 33. Notice how it equals 666. Notice how Bitcoin had 999 in it? Or what was that, America? Oh, that was America. Where did Bitcoin start? America. It didn't start in Japan. It's total bullshit. It's total bullshit. I command Japanese and Asians can no longer take, and Egypt and Arabia can no longer take credit for the collective that was hybridized and made from all their parts and sent to America in order to create a 44 dimension so they could just steal our knowledge and then come school you with it. We command it. Done. This is it. On the 44, this word is 0001. Changes on the 4th dimension. 1 on the 4th dimension. In the 44th, that's what finance is. You are standing on the 4th dimension, changing the finance. In the 44, in the 33, it's a 55, it equals 10. What's the thing? 369? 369. Everybody's only on the 369 pattern. Nobody's doing steps 10, 11, 12, and 13. They were doing it for you, step 10. Or over here, when you're on the 44, you're in the finance. You know that your energy's in the finance, and you're putting up demands that it be balanced in your way, so you're not giving out more than what you're getting, which is what the entire Ascended Collective's been doing, which is why the hell I'm over here telling y'all. It's going to go one way or another. You can start supporting those of us in order to do this. We have to have support from the human race to do it, or it just crashes. It's just going to crash. It's going to completely fucking crash. It's how it works. We got to work together. So I'm going to end this video. This is 33 Phonetics. Go play with what you've got. Go do some number codes. Look at them. Start looking at the numbers that I'm posting every day on TikTok. If you're not following me over here, follow me. I'm posting the days and explaining to you the energy for the day. We have directions. We've been charting it for 2 years. This is why I'm on here telling everybody, this is it. I'm a week ahead to the day. This day is also setting up the equinox in June 21st. This day is also the end of a 10-day 0 point, tomorrow 0 point. This day is also connected to tomorrow, which is the 22nd, which in European countries, they're celebrating Christ's resurrection, whenever we over here in the United States celebrate Memorial Day. M-E-M-O-R. You'll notice a lot of them have I-A-L, Memorial Day. Thing is, over here in America, we're not even celebrating the holidays on the right. In America, Memorial Day is supposed to be at the end of the month. Now it's not. Now it's a weekend early. Okay, but in Europe, they're celebrating the Christ resurrection on the what, 29th? We're a week ahead. All these things are going to break next week, and it's time to either blow it or they're going to connect. And that's everybody around you. And that's the government, that's the tech companies, the people that stole my business, the people who stole my domain, the people who kidnapped my child, the people who put false presidents in the White House, the people that are running NATO and magic spells, the ones that were running the Diddy freaking dominators, whatever the hell. It all round up into 6. That's what's falling. You think that you want it all gone at once until you realize how much is connected into you. For those of us who walked it over here and had to blow it out quickly, that's what I talk about, walking through the death. You don't want to do it that way. We're trying to help everybody do it this way and clean up. But if we don't get any support, we'll just blow the whole goddamn realm. I'll talk to y'all soon.